Have you ever found yourself asking, when will I feel better? Maybe you're going through a difficult season. Maybe you're carrying stress, grief, anxiety, disappointment, or simply a feeling that something isn't quite right. And every day you wake up hoping today will be different, hoping today will be the day you finally feel like yourself again. I think everyone wants that. If you've ever asked that question, you're not alone. In this video, I want to explore why that question matters, why the answer isn't always what we expect, and what I've learned about feeling better through life's challenges. At some point in life, everyone asks, when will I feel better? And this could be after a breakup, after losing someone, after a financial setback, after a health challenge, after a dream doesn't work out the way we had hoped it would. It's a deeply human question because we naturally want relief. We want the discomfort to end. We want the uncertainty to disappear. We want life to return to normal, in other words. But here's something that I've discovered. Often, the more we focus on when we'll feel better, the harder it becomes to notice the ways we're already healing. Now, many people imagine healing as a dramatic moment, like a breakthrough, like a revelation. It's like a day when everything suddenly changes. And sometimes that happens, but more often the healing is subtle. For example, you laugh at something for the first time in weeks. You sleep a little better. You notice a beautiful sunset. You realize you went an hour without thinking about your problem. These small moments don't always feel significant, yet they are signs that something is shifting. And healing often arrives quietly, not as a lightning bolt, but sometimes as a sunrise, sometimes slowly, gradually, almost unnoticed at first. And one reason we don't feel better is because we're constantly measuring how we feel. We check ourselves all day long. Am I better yet? Am I happier yet? Why am I still feeling this? We all go through that. Imagine planting a flower and digging it up every day to see if it's growing. You never allow the roots to develop. Sometimes our emotional lives work the same way. Growth requires space. Healing requires patience. Feeling better often happens when we stop demanding immediate results and start allowing the process to unfold. And this may be one of the most important things you will hear today. Feeling sad doesn't mean you're failing. Feeling anxious doesn't mean you're broken. Feeling lost doesn't mean you're off your path. Sometimes difficult emotions are simply part of being human. And the problem isn't always the feeling itself. The problem is often our belief that we shouldn't be feeling it. So, what if your sadness is asking for compassion? What if your anxiety is asking for attention? What if your exhaustion is asking for rest? When we stop fighting our experience, something remarkable happens. We create room for it to move and eventually to change. So instead of asking, when will I feel better? Try asking, what would help me feel just a little better right now? Not next year, not next month, but right now. Maybe it involves taking a walk or calling a friend or simply drinking a glass of water or taking 3 slow breaths about listening to music, sitting quietly. Small actions matter. And sometimes feeling better isn't one giant leap, it's 1,000 tiny steps. and each one counts. So let's take a moment together. Taking a slow breath in and gently exhale. Again, slow inhale and then a slow exhale. Now ask yourself, what if I don't need to have everything figured out today? What if healing isn't behind schedule? What if life is unfolding exactly one step at a time? Now allow your shoulders to soften. Allow your jaw to relax. Allow yourself to be here just for this moment. So when will you feel better? The honest answer is that I don't know. No one does. But I do know this. Healing happens. Growth happens. Life changes. And often we look back and realize we've come much farther than we thought. You just keep showing up. You keep being kind to yourself. You keep taking the next small step. And one day you'll notice something surprising. The question isn't showing up as often anymore because little by little, you've begun to feel better. If this video resonated with you, leave a comment below and share one thing that helped you through difficult times. And if you'd like more conversations about peace, happiness, resilience, and living with greater ease, be sure to subscribe. And until next time, take good care of yourself. Until then.